Okay. Mr. Hyde. What now? You're still here. Not a problem. No, just the opposite. It's perfect. Just perfect. Rosa, slow down a second. What's perfect? What's perfect? Listen, you're free, right? Sure you are. Well, I need a favor from you. Again? Just listen. It's about the restaurant. See, sometimes when our guests order wine, they like to keep the labels. Well, when that happens, we always deliver it to their room later. But I'm as busy as can be, and Lewis has to run that darn bar of his. So neither of us can spare the time to do it. And then when I saw you, I thought... You thought I'd do it. Oh, aren't you sharp? Yes, that's my thought exactly. I do this, and you're just going to give me a dustpan. Hush, I will not. And I'll give you a free breakfast to make up for it. Keep talking. We've got fresh blueberry muffins and my very own Spanish omelets. Sounds good. So, you'll do it. Oh, say you will, Mr. Hyde. Anything for a blueberry muffin. Fine. What's the damn label? Language. And the label goes to Mrs. Parker up in room 212. The old woman. It's quite a touching story, actually. Yes, it is. You see, Mrs. Parker ordered wine 10 years ago when she came with her friend. So tonight, the poor woman ordered that very same bottle of wine. I didn't want to snoop, but I watched her drink it, and she looked so sad. Well, when she finished, she started talking about this and that. And she told me how she wanted to take the label home with her. Who was Helen here with 10 years ago? I'm sure I have no idea. I told you all I know, Mr. Hyde. Why so nosy? Just my way. But if Rose had to guess, I'd say it was her son. Yes, I would. Her son? Ah, I can't say for sure, but I'm sure it's true. You don't say. I just know it. I saw how she talked to him back then. I know she's just like me. Well, you got a kid? Hold on. How's Helen Parker just like you? Her son's silly. He lives far away, just like my boy. You sure about that? Of course. Well, kind of. Stop confusing me. Listen, I may not know the first thing about her personal life, but I know I'm right. I stake my mop on it. Wait, you have a son? Yes, I do, Mr. Hyde. Is that a surprise to you? My boy lives in Manhattan. Manhattan? Tell me. Go on. I need to know. What's he like, your son, I mean? What's he doing in New York? He works on Wall Street. No kidding. Rosa the Wonder Maid and her stockbroker's son. You pegged him true, Mr. Hyde. He went to a good university and found himself a nice place to work. Yes, he did. But you're proud of him. Yes. I guess it seems like that from your point of view. You're not proud of him. It's not that, Mr. Hyde. It's just, he doesn't understand me one bit. Well, you're a pretty complex person. Do you know what he said to me? Do you? He told me to quit my job. Can you imagine? Come to Manhattan, he says. We'll live together, he says. Sounds like a nice offer to me. Oh, and what about it strikes you as nice? I do good, honest work here. I support myself with my own 2 hands. I'm not so old that I need to take my son to take care of me. And I'm sure not changing my life just because he says so. Not me, not Rosa. This is a familiar tune. Sounds just like my mother. Well, thank you in advance, Mr. Hyde. So, where's this wine bottle? Well, let's see. 2 of them are in the kitchen. 1 is in the restaurant. Sounds like the old lady has a serious drinking problem. Don't tease, Mr. Hyde. We had 3 guests order wine tonight. Mrs. Parker only had 1. Mr. Summer himself drank the 2nd bottle. And the 3rd was the young woman in 216. Iris, I think her name is. Anyway, I was so busy when I was clearing off the tables on cooking and so forth. And well, I just lost track of which bottle belonged to her. That omelet better be worth it. Oh, it is. Don't you worry. Anyway, could you please find her bottle? When you do, just peel the label off and deliver it to her room, okay? Good. I've got laundry to do, so I can't talk anymore. Busy, 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 you know? And thank you again, Mr. Hyde. Rosa hurries off. 9:40. Alright, let's head on in. Alright, so there's one or two in here? There's a bottle of wine. Let's check it. There's a bottle of wine on the counter. This is a bottle of white wine. Who had white wine? And there's more in the restaurant, is what she said. There's a wine bottle on the table. This is a bottle of rosé. Bottle of wine. And finally there is any wine. Some dishes on the table. I guess there was just the one bottle in here and two in the kitchen. I knew there was two somewhere, but I guess I just missed the one in here. Okay, where could it possibly be? In this fucking laggy plate. Oh, there's the bottle. There's a wine bottle next to the microwave. This is a bottle of red wine. So we got red, rosé, and white. Who do I need to talk to figure out who has what? Do I just need to go to the person? Does Louis know? He is the alcohol man here. Yo, Louis. You got a sec? Got a minute? What? I'm working, man. Catch me later. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna go to the source. I'm gonna go to 212? It was? I don't actually know. Remember what specific number it was. Yeah, but I'll head upstairs and just talk to her. So 212 would be right here? No one seems to be in. Maybe these doors are soundproof. So she's not in, which means maybe I can just get information from them. So what do they drink? Who is it? Kyle Hyde. Do you have some business with me, Mr. Hyde? I got something to ask you. What wine you like, man? You had wine with dinner, right? But of course, food without wine is like a body without a soul to fill its... Shut the fuck up. What kind? Well, it was white, yes. Crisp Chardonnay with hints of apple and rich... Shut the fuck up. Oh, I see. I guess we are finished here. Yes, well, good evening, sir. So you had the white wine. Okay, I guess I'll go down the hall and talk to Iris. See what wine she likes. 216. Yes, who's there? It's me, Kyle Hyde. Mr. Hyde, I figured you would be drunk in a ditch by now. You and me both, sister. What wine do you like? I'll make it quick. You drank wine with dinner, right? Why, did you want to see if there wasn't any left? I don't suppose you remember what kind. Rosé, and it was quite nice. Why on earth are you asking me this? Just checking, don't mind me. So you came up to my room to ask me... So that's it. Nothing more. Well, good night then. Later. Goodbye. It's the red. She drank the red wine. Back into... Was it the kitchen? Where was the red? Oh god, it's so slow. And this one is... Yeah, what kind? Bottle of wine. It's the wrong wine. And this is... It's a wine bottle next to the microwave. Huh, red wine. But this is the bottle Helen ordered. Looks like there's still a bit of wine in the bottom of the bottle. I don't need the whole bottle, just a label. There's a wine bottle next to the microwaves. You know what? You know what what would get the label off? I think I know just the thing. I think I know just the thing. Gotta go back to my room. Gotta go back. Let's go in. And check these boxes. Kyle was like, man, who the fuck sent you the manuscript? I am sure these boxes probably had a return label on it, right? Could have just fucking looked at the box that's in your fucking room. Take the adhesive remover. Man, it sent me the fucking right things for the night. It's kind of a real convenient that he sent me the exact things I needed. It's kind of amazing. Alright, let's go back in. Come on. There we go. Items. Scroll down. I said scroll the fuck down. Use on the wine. Kerr Valley, 1976. Meet again. What? Oh, what is that goop sound? Oh, that's terrible. I love it. Oh, it needs more goop. Yeah. I wasn't done gooping. Slowly. Gotcha, bitch. You're mine now. There we go. Dude looks fucking smug. Take the wine label. What kind of memories this wine holds for the old gal. Guess it's time she and I had ourselves another chat. Let's go talk to her. Figured I just cut there because I needed a drink on my way back here. It's been a good couple hours recording this recording session, and you know, that was a number on the throat. Oh, Mr. Hyde, what brings you here? Rosa has her hands full, and she asked me to bring you this wine label. You came all this way just for me. Please come in. Alright, sick. What you got? I'm sorry that you had to run all over the hotel for my sake. Don't worry about it. I had nothing better to do. Ah, Posh, I'm sure you're a very busy man. But now that you're here, please feel free to sit for a spell. My room is your room. Thanks. Oh, and I'm so happy. Yeah? Oh, yes, dear. Don't you get excited when friends come to pay you a visit? Everyone likes to have visitors. And you're not just any visitor. I find our conversations quite peculiar, Mr. Hyde, but in a very good way. Made me feel like I did 10 years ago. Yeah, what about 10 years ago? Want to spill? Yeah, what happened 10 years ago? Nothing. I'm just reminiscing. Please forgive this old woman and her fan. This old gal's hiding something. Time to drag it out of her. Oh, Mr. Hyde. I thought you brought a wine label for me. Oh, I did. Forgot to, like, actually hand it over. Here's your label. Ah, thank you. This is simply wonderful. It'll all make for such a nice memory. Can I show her the lobby newspaper? No, thank you, young man. I don't need that. I got nothing for ya. Mind if I ask you something? And what would that be? Rosa said you shared that wine with someone a few years ago. Who was it? Does it really matter? Actually, who was it? Yeah, it matters. I can't say that I appreciate your tone, Mr. Hyde. I have no intentions of discussing that with you. Please understand. Mind if I ask you something? And what would that be? Rosa said you shared that one. Okay, I fucked up and it's repeating because I have to get into the fucking proper interrogation. Actually, just curious. It isn't the end of the world, but it's been bugging me for a while. Ah, you told me you've been here before. So when did you share a bottle of wine with someone? Mr. Hyde, you were persistent if you must know that day took place 10 years ago. So the guy you met 10 years ago, what happened to him? She looks pretty shaken up. Let me guess. You don't know. You don't know where he is, do you? I'm sure he's fine, it's just... we just haven't been in contact since that day. Who was this person? Let's talk about the person you met 10 years ago. You care about him. Person is pretty special to you, right? Ah, yes. That person meant the world to me. But then I betrayed him. Interesting. I wouldn't think it would be hard to contact this mystery person, but I know why you haven't. You miss him too much. You think about him a lot, don't you? Ah, yes, each and every day. I want so badly to see him again, but alas, I cannot. I can't bear the thought of causing the boy more grief. How did you betray him? Why'd you betray him? Because I'm selfish. Because I was thinking only of myself, of what I thought I wanted. I left him behind, Mr. Hyde. I abandoned him. I think I know who you're talking about. But how? It's your son, isn't it? Let's see if Rosa knows her hunches. Yes. That was the man I met 10 years ago. My only son. What's his name? Alan. I've already deduced this earlier based on the lobby newspaper. Your son's name is Alan. Yes, that's correct. Alan Parker. Nice name. We met here for dinner 10 years ago and then went our separate ways. Any chance you gave him a fountain pen? Why, yes I did. But how on earth could you possibly know that? Gave him that pen, huh? Wait right here. What, does this have to do with Alan's pen? Yeah, give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Alright. Okay, Summer. Cough up the fucking pen. Fucking bastard. Who is it? Kyle Hyde. Do you have some new business with me, sir? Yeah, your fountain pen. I need it. My pen? But you gave it to me not 2 hours ago. Why do you now decide? Just give me the damn pen. Alright. That was fucking easy. Alright, dumbass, you're never getting this shit back. That should do it. At the risk of having your response delivered to the bridge of my nose, don't ask. Very well. Summer gives me the wary eye and shuts the door. Alright, let's go give this to someone who actually, you know, it should go to instead of that bastard. Good evening, Mr. Hyde. Won't you come inside? Alright, I got you the pen. Scroll down, fountain pen, show. Ever seen this before? Where did you get this? It's his, it's my son's. It's your son's pen, huh? So, this is your son's pen, huh? That's correct. I gave it to him 10 years ago, when we were finally reunited. Had to be reunited. You were on the outs for a while, huh? It was because I left him behind. I abandoned him, Mr. Hyde. I walked out of his life. Mr. Hyde... You must tell me, how did that pen come to be in your possession? I found it in the restaurant. A guest dropped it. A guest dropped? So my son... That means Alan is in this hotel. No, he's not. But then, who dropped the pen if not him? Friend of his. Well, he's not much of a friend, actually. But why? How? Oh, this is all too much. Alan is missing. Guy with the pen is looking for him. My boy's missing. Please, Mr. Hyde, tell me that is not true. As I understand it, Alan wrote a book, and this chump stole it from him. Sounds like your boy was shook up about it and vanished soon after. That can't be. Wish I had better news for you, but there it is. My son had always dreamed of being a writer. On that night 10 years ago, he told me that he'd almost achieved his dream. It was hard work, but I knew he would never give up. It was a dream after all. Oh, to think that has been taken from him breaks my heart, it truly does. Yeah, that's a shame. Tell me about this theft, Mr. Hyde. Why? I want to find the man who stole his work and make him pay. Look, you're a tough broad, and I like that, but it's too late. The guy who plagiarized your son's novel already fessed up. He's searching for your son so he can clear things up and make amends. I think the real question is whether or not your son will forgive him. I have faith that he will forgive this man. I know my boy, Mr. Hyde. Alan will surely forgive him. Seem pretty sure. That's just the way he is. His heart is large, and he has forgiven greater trespasses before. After all, he forgave his own mother for turning her back on him. He's finally going to spill it. Mr. Hyde, may I implore you for a favor? Would you lend your ear to a sad and shameful story? Years ago, you see, there lived an absolute fool of a woman. In her youth, she became enraptured with show and business and magic. But soon she married, and her husband convinced her to settle down. She agreed, but her secret heart yearned for a return to the lights and the glory. And then, in time, the pull of the stage became too great and she abandoned her family. At first, her return to the world of magic filled her life with color. She had chosen the path of the entertainer once more. It became her everything. The woman lived for the moment when applause swept over her like a wave. But to her dismay, the more acclaim she received, the emptier she began to feel. Suddenly, being known as the greatest magician of all time mattered not. All she could think of was meeting the son she left behind so long ago. What a fool she was. So the woman sets up a meeting with her son. No, not at first. The first encounter was a simple twist of fate. The woman had been called to perform at the grand opening of a new hotel. By the strangest of chances, her son was invited to the same party. When she saw him, she was filled with fear and certain he would be enraged. But instead, he took her by the hand and forgave her. That day, they made a promise to each other. A promise to meet in 10 years at the same hotel. And 10 years later, they did that very thing. The boy told her of his own dream, of how he longed to become a writer. And the woman presented her son with a small fountain pen to help him on his way. It was the first and last gift she ever gave him, or so I hear. They made no more promises, arranged no more meetings. The years after meeting her son at the hotel, the woman quietly retired. And this time, she walked away from the stage for good. So where'd she go next? That is the end of my story, Mr. Hyde. Where she went and how she spent her days after that? No one knows. Yeah? Well, let me tell you that I heard. What I heard, huh? The woman's son told his thieving pal how much the hotel meant to him. Said it was his most special place in the world. A place filled with memories that he treasured more than anything. At least, that's what I heard. Oh, Mr. Hyde. I think you should have this pen. Maybe you can give it back to its owner someday. I don't have the words. Anyway, sorry to take up all your time. I'll see you around. Alan is Helen's son. Didn't see that one coming. Summer's going to do backflips when he hears this, and I'll probably have to tell him. Okay, Hyde. Time to think. Take a second and get your thoughts together. Just before 9, I made my way down to the bar for a couple of belts. Louis was working the bar and doing a damn fine job of it. The next person to stumble into the bar was... Iris. No, Helen. No, that ain't it. Iris didn't come through until a bit later. No, it was Helen first. And then Iris, and then the smelly man. That's right. The old lady from 212, Helen Parker, was the next person to enter the bar. Me and Helen shot the breeze while she sipped a gimlet. The drink loosened her up, and she told me how she'd stayed here before. After a couple of drinks, I decided to split the bar. I picked Rosa and Dunning's brain to learn more about the hotel's history. I didn't get much, but what they did spill was pretty interesting. For one, the bar was built for the hotel's 10-year anniversary, which means the hotel was built 20 years ago. Also, I got Dunning to talk about when he took over the place. It was... Yes, got it. That's right, 5 years ago. Put down cash on the barrelhead and took over that same day. Next, Rosa came by and made me deliver a wine label to Helen. After all, ransacking the whole place for the bottle, I finally got the label. What kind of wine was she drinking again? That doesn't really fucking matter, but it was red. That's right. Helen had a bottle of red. Went for the same stuff she had 10 years ago. When I dropped off the label, Helen was all smiles and started chatting me up. We got to talking about who she came with here 10 years ago. Her companion's name was Alan. That's right, it was her son, Alan. Found out the pen Summer dropped is the same one Helen gave her son. Told Helen, and she spilled her entire life story. I ain't much for sob stories, but I listened as patiently as I could. Helen told me that she left her son to become a magician. That's right, magician. Still can't wrap my head around that one. She let her family pursue the dream, and it's tortured her ever since. A lot of guilt in this story. Maybe she sleeps better tonight. Night has fallen over the city and the hotel. I know the dark. It's a cover that lets people's bad sides run wild. Envy, doubt, grief. They all come out at night. Bradley, what do you think of at night when the darkness comes? I've got until dawn to find out. And the clock strikes 10. Maybe I'll join Louis in the bar for another belt. Off to go see Louis. The bar time. Am I gonna be drinking some more? I don't know how much bourbon Hyde's had so far, but you know, it sounds like he's had a couple rounds, at least 2, I think, maybe 3. Wonder what his alcohol tolerance is. Who knows? Alright, Louie. Oh god, it's so slow in here. Look what the cat dragged in. Have a seat, Hyde. Bar's empty. Yeah, got the entire place to ourselves. Take a load off, my man. You want a drink? Scotch or martini? I'll have a scotch. Hyde sounds like a scotch kind of man. Why do you think I'm here? Scotch on the rocks, make it a double. Coming right up. You're looking kind of grim, man. Something got your shorts in a bundle? Something like that? Lay it on me, brother. Louis the bartender's all ears. More like all mouth. What is it with folks wanting to yap it up all tonight? Now what's up? Folks been laying all their problems on you. That about covers it. Kyle Hyde, advice columnist to lowlifes and crooks the world over. You're a regular comedian, Donano. Why the hell people want to drop their problems on a guy like me? Huh. You don't get nothing. It's just people always want to talk to a guy like you. What do you mean by that? Hey. A guy like me? What do you mean, a guy like me? Guy who looks like he don't give a damn. Guy who ain't gonna preach or judge. Guy who looks like he's taken a few punches and knows what it's like to hurt. Look, man, I think I know how they feel. Check this out. We're in the middle of the holiday season, right? Last Friday night of the year. Hey, look around and realize they're all alone in this sad old wreck of a hotel. Got some thinking, you dig? About their lives, what they've done, where they're going. You know what happens next? All their secrets and worries and stuff kinda boil over. Then they go looking for somebody to talk to. Know what I'm saying? Hell, Louie, you're the one that sounds like an advice columnist. Maybe, but I'm right, yeah? Look at you, man. You got secrets and crap hidden in your heart, right? Yeah, I might. Maybe. See? Trust old Donano on this one. You're a good guy, even if you don't know it. I take a seat at the end of the bar. Here you go. Louie puts a glass on the counter. I take a drink of scotch. The world stops for a moment as I sit and stare into the glass. The ice shifts. A single piece slips beneath the surface, never to rise again. And then I hear Bradley's voice in my head. Hey, buddy. When this case wraps up, we need to have a chat. There's something I need to talk to you about. Can you make the time? Yo, Hyde. Yo, Hyde. Huh? How's the scotch? Goes down smooth, don't it? Yeah, nice glass too. It's got a good weight to it. Nice, huh? I can tell what you like, my man. Looks like it. I told you about this, right? This is the one job I take seriously. Good gig, huh? I'm gonna tell you something, but don't go laughing. I know it's stupid, but I always wanted a place like this for my own. That so? I ain't saying that it's all started because I met you, but, you know, when I started thinking about it, it was after you laid that story on me in the comp shop back in Manhattan. And what story's that? Oh, that's literally what I said. Ah, man, don't tell me you forgot. It was the third time you busted me. We was in one of them crappy little interview rooms. Come on, I can still hear you. You dream of being a thief as a kid, Louie. This your dream job? I'm sure there's something else you wanted, right? Fireman, doctor, superhero. I was staring at the ceiling and thinking you was gonna play good cop that day. Give me the "you can turn your life around, son" speech, yeah? Then you got real quiet, and this serious look came into your eyes, remember? That's when you did it, man. You made up that story to save me from myself. Hold on. I don't remember this. Yeah, I don't remember making up a story. Here's the last hint. If you still don't remember, I give up. It was about your pops. Wait. I said something about my father? See a light bulb. It's getting brighter. There it is. Yeah, man. Told me your pops was some kind of genius safecracker. Ah, that story. I remember the whole thing. You was 10, your pops decides to go straight. Decides to take one last box job and then gets bumped off. I gotta tell you, Hyde, even when I knew you was pulling my leg, I almost cried. You told me your pops didn't want to be a thief, said he wanted to be an artist. Then you leaned in close and talked so quiet I could barely hear. Don't make the mistake he did. Don't live a lie. Total trip, man. Then you told me that unless I was looking to do hard time, I better find what I wanted. Find it, grab it, and never let go. Amen to that, my man. When I first started working here, I couldn't sleep. Just laid on that crap-ass bed Dunning gave me and stared at the ceiling. And then one night, that story just pops in my head, yeah? And it hits me. Even though I'm just a damn street punk, I got something. Seems pretty small to most normal folks, but it's mine, and I got it. I like Louis. Unless he does something in, like, the ass end of the game that, like, makes me want to be like, oh, you piece of shit. Louis' a good guy. You know, he may have done some shit in the past, but he really seems to, you know, maybe have felt bad about it, and he's changing his life around. Fuck it. Thought it was a lie, huh? Huh? No way, it's true? Yeah, it's true. It's the truth, Louis. Every word. Whoa, wait, you're yanking my chain, ain't ya? Not this time. It was true? Damn, what a trip. So what do you say, another round? Why not? What do I want next? Take your time, man. Yo, Hyde, I got something else to tell ya. Pouring drinks ain't the only thing that's got my attention these days, yeah? Let me guess, it's a dame. That's a given, brother, but no, that ain't what I'm talking about. Check this out. What? Right here, my man. I don't get it. No. I'm talking about bowling. You know, balls, pins, those little hand dryer thingies. I thought I was the only guy around here who liked bowling. Get out of here. You roll Hyde? No way. You wanna see? When I throw a strike, pins beg for mercy. Yeah, right. What else you selling? What do you say, officer? Think you can keep up with my hook? When and where? Wanna try and beat me? Be here at 11. Here? What are you talking about? There's no way we can bowl in here. No joke. Bowling. Tonight. 11 o'clock sharp. Oh, I like the sound of that. Huh? Someone's here. A customer. Summer again? Crap. How you doing? Good evening, gentlemen. Take a seat right here. What can I get you? I believe I'll have a gin and tonic, my good man.